The end of the book has finally arrived, the wedding day. All the changes, Belly's decision to either keep forcing her destiny or finally let go. And if there's one thing this series has shown us, it's that when you get countless signs that you're making the wrong choice and still cling to it, all you really do is watch everything fall apart.
I need you to know that whatever happens, it was worth it to me. Being with you, loving you, it was all worth it.
When you are young, they assume you know nothing.
That morning, Belly listens to a voice note from Jeremiah, who went fishing with the guys. She's completely shattered, barely able to think, and wakes up alone because Taylor went out for a run. After a shower, she runs into Conrad, who stayed behind because he thought, after what happened the night before, going with Jeremiah wouldn't have been right. He excuses himself, saying he was drunk enough to spill everything he said.
You weren't drunk.
Yeah, I was.
You haven't changed at all. You bring all this up the weekend of my wedding.
Belly gets angry, calling him out for always dropping emotional bombs and then disappearing. She tells him to stay away from her, and especially from Jeremiah, because he's his brother. Hurt, she accuses him of having no heart, but Conrad fires back that it's actually her who doesn't. After opening himself up, he realized she had always known how deeply he felt for her. Belly denies it, saying they only went out when she was in high school, but it never meant anything more.
You shut me down, and now here I am, trying to let you off the hook, trying to come out of this with a little piece of pride, and you won't let me have that.
Conrad insists there was always something between them. Christmas, the day they went flower hunting, the time he cut his hand. Belly denies it all. Scared of what he's just confessed, Conrad storms out, leaving her alone. Deep down, she knows she can't let him go. She goes to her closet, grabs the teddy bear, and finds the infinity necklace hidden inside. Outside, Taylor crosses paths with Conrad. She knows what went down because she saw Belly broken the whole night. With cutting irony, she tells him that if he's hoping Belly will run away with him, it won't happen. Conrad admits that's exactly what he hopes for, but also says he can't force her. Taylor warns him that if he pushes just enough, Belly might actually leave everything behind for him.
It's not like I just suddenly remembered that she existed, Taylor. It's that I never forgot. Ever. Not for a second. And I don't know, she can try and push it down all she wants, but I don't think she forgot either.
At the spa, Belly tells Taylor she needs to talk to Jeremiah and wants nothing to do with Conrad. Taylor says she talked to him and knows he's still in love with Belly, even if he'll never admit it in front of everyone. Later at the rehearsal, Laurel and John are among the first to arrive. Laurel gives Belly some heartfelt advice that makes her pause and reflect.
Why, are you gonna try to talk me out of it one last time?
Nope. I'm all in. You know what's best for you.
Enough that, when she sees Conrad, everything seems to freeze, though she quickly turns to Jeremiah, trying to convince herself she's making the right choice. When the rehearsal starts, Conrad is stone-faced, furious. The wedding feels more real than he ever imagined, and Jeremiah seems to be starting to sense it too. The air gets tense as Belly walks toward the altar. Conrad is the only one who looks devastated, faking it through dinner, even drinking, because nothing matters anymore. At dinner, Taylor is hurting too. She talks to Lucinda and apologizes for her harsh words the night before, promising a girls' night out to make it up to her. Lucinda confides she's seeing someone new, but swears this time she won't let anyone take advantage of her. Now and then, Conrad and Belly exchange glances, the tension impossible to ignore. This time, Jeremiah notices, even if he hides it well during the toasts. Belly thanks her parents, Stephen and Taylor, whom she calls her sister, and alongside Jeremiah, remembers Susanna. Jere even thanks Conrad for being his brother.
Like most brothers, sometimes we're best friends. And other times, well. But man, you're loyal as hell. And I really respect that. Brothers to the end.
When the toast ends, Adam tells Jeremiah that his spot is secure, sparking conflict in Belly since he never discussed any of those decisions with her.
You know what? If working for your dad is what you want, then I want it for you too.
Afterward, Jeremiah and Belly decide to spend their last night as fiancés with ice cream. As if things weren't tense enough, Jeremiah invites Conrad, who's visibly on edge. Picking up on it, Jeremiah half jokes that he's looking forward to Conrad's toast as co-best man.
I'm doing my best, man. It's been a long 24 hours. Excited for your speech tomorrow.
Later, Laurel talks to Conrad because she knows he loves Belly. Conrad admits he feels tortured, but has to put on a good face for his brother. Meanwhile, Denise and Steven share a moment over ice cream. They talk about the dinner and Adam's new relationship, unaware he had a mistress. Their closeness is undeniable, and they end up sharing a passionate kiss. But quickly they realize there's no real spark.
Like kissing a plant.
And that it's better to stay partners in business, not in love. That's how Steven and Denise's arc quietly comes to an end. Back home, Belly tries on her red swimsuit. She can't sleep. Her anxiety is tearing her apart between Conrad and the looming wedding she knows deep down shouldn't happen, though she insists on going through with it. That anxiety drives her to Jeremiah's room, where she confesses what happened with Conrad. Jeremiah explodes, wanting to punch him. He begs Belly to stop protecting Conrad because he's not blind. He's seen the looks. They try to spend the night together, but everything feels broken. When Belly wakes, Jeremiah is gone. Like in the book, the end is closing in. Redbird tells Belly Jeremiah isn't with them. Anika hasn't seen him either. Hours pass, still no sign. Steven tries to calm her, thinking Jeremiah went surfing, but when Belly confesses about Conrad, Steven promises to find his friend and assures her everything will be fine. They'll marry and live together just as planned, but Steven lashes out at Conrad, blaming him for Jeremiah's disappearance. He admits he always knew Conrad wasn't over Belly, but scolds him for constantly running away. All Steven wants is to see his sister happy with Jeremiah, his best friend, who has never abandoned her.
Look, I know that somewhere in all your self-destructive bullshit, there's still a good guy. Okay, so I'm only gonna say this once. Fix what you broke. Find Jere.
Time drags on, and Jeremiah is still missing. Belly is on edge, though she hides it from Laurel. Laurel hands her the letter Susanna left for her wedding day, explaining Jeremiah has one too, and Conrad went to deliver it, and he does try. Finding Jeremiah at his mother's memorial, Conrad confronts him. Just like in the book, Jeremiah says he won't hit him because that would only let Conrad redeem himself. But he warns him that from that day on, he's no longer his brother. Conrad then reveals he knows about Cabo, which finally sets Jeremiah off, and he punches him.
Okay, good, can we go now?
Left with no choice, Conrad hands him the letter.
I love her, but she doesn't want me. She picked you.
But when Jeremiah reads it, he breaks down. It wasn't for him, but for Conrad. Susanna had always known Belly and Conrad were meant to be. Still, Conrad says once Jeremiah marries her, he'll disappear from their lives. Meanwhile, Belly is getting ready. Taylor walks in, telling her guests are already arriving, and things are getting messy. Belly insists Jeremiah will show, but Taylor knows better. She's seen how Belly's changed, how she's put Jere above everything. She tells her the wedding is a mistake, and deep down, Belly doesn't really want it.
I'm worried about you. I feel like you've completely lost yourself in Jere, and like, that's not love, that's codependence.
Steven barges in, defending Taylor and calling Belly ungrateful, reminding her that Taylor has always been loyal. He tells her not to worry anymore. Jeremiah is back, but he wants to be alone. Then he finds his mother's ring, the one Conrad had asked for Belly. Later, Conrad says goodbye to Belly. She notices the bruise on his face and realizes he ran into Jeremiah. She tells him to leave, that she never wants to see him again. Conrad refuses, only to tell her he doesn't regret anything, not what he said, not what they had. He wishes her a good life with his brother.
A part of me always believed that we would find our way back to each other.
In the middle of all the farewells, Steven comforts Taylor, asking her to forgive Belly. Everything she said was out of stress. He confesses he loves her and insists they're the only healthy couple in this whole story. He promises there's nothing between him and Denise. With one look,
To be continued?
Yeah.
they both know they belong together. Eventually, Jeremiah returns. He tells Belly he's sorry for leaving, but he's back now. He doesn't want to talk about it, just move forward with the wedding. He admits he needed time, but disappearing for a whole day without saying anything wasn't mature at all. He knows he'll never truly have all of Belly because she loves them both. Things boil over when he admits he knew about Christmas that a neighbor told him. Angry, he confesses that's why they fought before Cabo. It was revenge. He cheated on her to get back at her. With sadness, Jeremiah admits she had every chance to call off the wedding, but when she didn't, he thought maybe, just maybe, he could finally have her completely. Now he knows he'll never have her heart the way Conrad did. He shows her Susanna's letter, saying it was meant for him, but it was actually for Conrad. Between heartbreak, sadness, and tears, they both know going through with the wedding would be a mistake. That's how it ends, just like in the book. With Taylor Swift's Cardigan playing, a symbol of a love once cherished and then forgotten, the story closes. Jeremiah accepts defeat with Steven by his side, while Belly does what she must. She grabs her suitcase, her dress, and heads to Paris. The chapter ends exactly like the book. There are moments in every girl's life that are bigger than we know at the time. When you look back, you say, that was one of those life-changing fork-in-the-road moments, and I didn't even see it coming. I had no idea. And then there are the moments that you know are big, that whatever you do next, there will be an impact. Your life could go in one of two directions, do or die. This was one of those moments. Big. They didn't get much bigger than this. It ended up not raining that day. Jeremiah's frat brothers and my actual brother moved the tables and chairs and hurricane vases in for nothing. Another thing that didn't happen that day. Jeremiah and I didn't get married. It wouldn't have been right, not for either of us. Sometimes I wondered if we had rushed into getting married because we were both trying to prove something to the other, and maybe even to ourselves. But then I think no, we truly did love each other. We truly did have the best of intentions. We just weren't meant to be. And just as Belly uses Laurel's gift card to buy her ticket to Paris, she sees Conrad because he's always there. From here though, the book's ending takes a different turn. 3 more chapters to discover if Belly will finally find self-love, how Steven and Taylor's love grows because they were always meant to be, and whether maybe she and Conrad might fall in love all over again.
You come back.